If we have to secure this country for the future of our children, we as speaking class, reading class, writing class, thinking class, communicating class, asserting class, earning class, influencing class, as individuals wherever we be, we have to say we Indians first and Indians last. We may have our needs, but we will not let you divide. We can ask for our rights, we can assert for our rights, but not divide and make us into banks for serving other purposes. Carefully read the interrogation reports which are coming through the newspapers, and you will know the roots, where the roots were for this dissolution, for the causes of these violence. The roots are somewhere within this country. I have not touched international diplomacy, because international diplomacy will have a very major role in neutralizing the neighborhood. That is a class apart. I cannot, but that will have to go on simultaneously, because if you have a peaceful neighborhood, things become better. But even if you have a peaceful neighborhood, if you continue to divide the country, within the country, you will have enough terrorism inside the country. This, I think, are some of the bullet points as I thought for you, as I see as very major challenges. Technology is a critical area to be used. Technology through modernization, where we have wide area networks, etc. Sensors, using bomb sensors. All these are areas. I think we will have to create pressure groups. Use the act of right to information. Ask for information. Ask for plans. Ask for policies. Ask for public declarations. Ask for these to be advertised in the papers. Discuss them amongst yourselves, so that somehow or the other we inch towards greater security and not through increasing insecurity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Kiranbedi. That was an exposition straight from the heart from somebody who has seen it all. Involvement of youth, federal law on terrorism, and security sensex. These are very important takeaways from today's presentation. This, along with the other major issues that Dr. Kiranbedi has raised, has opened the eyes of all of us on various facets of Indian policing. We do have about 10 minutes for question-answer session, and a couple of ground rules which we need to lay down for that. A, the questions can be very brief and to the point, and please resist from having a follow-up query once the answer is given. So may I request each one of you to come to the stage, announce your name and raise the question.
My name is Vasikaran. On modernization of police, in America and Western countries, the police are having helicopters. But in this traffic congestion, will it not be good for the Indian police also to have helicopters, so that they can go to the accident side, where the crime side? You talk so much of modernization, but no one talks about this having helicopters for the police force, at least in the 4 major cities. Can I have your...
While this is a great idea, but I would love to see more policemen on the road, actually. More policemen on the road, more cameras on the road. If cameras can detect, then you have no conflict. Helicopters are there. I think in emergency arrangements, we've always used helicopters, but they'd be very major white elephants. You're only adding a very big wastage in the current situation to your budget. So I think from cost-effective reasons, when the army has helicopters to begin with, we would rather, if we have money, invest into other areas which I mentioned, rather than have a helicopter and then let it lie idle and do nothing with it. So if an emergency, army is always there.
Madam, regarding terrorism, the usual police thing nowhere worked in advanced countries like Mossad, the Israeli agency. To have a separate thing with separate cadre with this kind of situation. No use having pricing ourselves resilience after getting everything beating. This looks a ridiculous scene. Every time we have ourselves pricing resilience and all. It requires counter-offensive and a long-term planning so that the Indians can hold the rate in high. Thank you. tennis matches.
See, so you rightly mentioned, more than the helicopter, you need more cranes here. I think you're so right. If we would have more cranes, people will be afraid of losing their own cars because they would be craned away for wrong parking. So I think that's not a bad idea. But what was your second question? Because second question was more of a statement.
The second question was, we should be more advanced in tackling the higher thing than depending on the usual police force which is already bearing in front of the law. So it's high time we forget the past and do it. Maybe we borrow some ideas from Israel and get training also from Mossad with the line of that. Nothing wrong.
Oh, we have some very good ideas here too. The point is we always downgrade our own ideas. We have better ideas. The other day, yesterday, there was a person in one of our offices wanting to learn a few things even here. So I think it's a question of give and take. But what we have, are we using it enough? Even what we have. So all we have to do is put in more resources, make more effective anti-terrorist cells, provide proper training to them. At the moment, in fact, our training budget is hardly 1.16. 1.16 of our total budget is into training. And some states spend just about 0.40 into training. So I think we'll have to look at training afresh and invest more into training and train on anti-terrorism. If it requires a foreign exposure, why not?